welcome to another top of the best. And today I'm gonna show you my top 5 supports for patch 4.18. So much like last episode, I'm gonna try to do all these 5 champs in less than 10 minutes. So I don't talk very fast, so it's gonna be a bit challenging. I mean, it was quite a challenge last time, but I beat it that time. It was the top 5 junglers. Make sure to check that out. It's gonna be in the description below. But without further ado, let's start the timer and let's do this. So the timer started. First off, at the 5th place we have Leona. Leona has really damn stuns, man. If you tell me who do you think is the best, like that's the best CC, I will always say Leona, cause her stuns, all of her abilities are stuns. Her Q, stun. Her W, slow. E, stun. R, stun. Everything is a stun, except the W, that is a slow. But still, man, her lockdown is incredible. When he goes and he E's to like the 80 carry, then he Qs him or send the 80 carry who won't do shit, so he'll die immediately. And Leona is also tanky, so when she goes in, she won't die. And she actually does a surprisingly much damage, like 50% of an 80 carries or maybe a squishy top laner's HP. I mean, that's pretty darn good. Some cons to him though, or that she's melee, so I mean, she will get poked in lane by like a Zilean, Morgana, Nami, so not very good, but still, man. So it's not very good because she's not very tanky at the beginning, but she will get tanky later. And she only takes 1, man, because when she goes in, she only goes in on 1 champ. So in like team fights there are 4 champs. So I mean, not very good, but still Leona is a really heck of a fun champion and stands for days really damn fun. So Leona really deserves its 5th place at this list. So this Nami is the 4th spot at this list. Her heal it's okay, but the real thing is, like, if you're 1 HP and they are 1 HP, or not 1 HP, maybe 100 HP, and then you only have like a mana for 1 ability, you W on them, it deals damage to them, then it goes back to you and it heals you. I mean, that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. And you can also heal your targets. Yeah, I mean your like champions, your teammates. So it's always pretty darn good to have a team fight ultimate. Not only for team fights, but in the bot lane you're facing 2 opponents, or at least most of the time you're facing 2 opponents, the AD carry and the support. So it's really good to have a team fight ultimate. It's a knockup and it's a really good synergy with like a Yasuo. And if you want to do wombo combos, Nami is your go-to. And she has really high damage, man. When she goes AP, she like bubbles and W's. That's some really darn nice damage. And her lockdown is really good with her bubble, because her bubble, if you hit that bubble, it knocks them up, and they're knocked up for like 2-3 seconds or something. So it's a really good. Your AD carry can really poke them down, and they'll probably die if you hit that bubble. But then the cons to her are that if you miss that bubble, you're pretty much useless. They will go aggressive as soon as they see that you missed that bubble, and it's pretty hard to hit that bubble. So it's really, if that really makes a good Nami player from a bad one. If you hit the bubble, you're good. If you're not that good with the bubble, you're bad. So Nami really deserves the 4th place at this list. Now we have Blitzcrank, and at first off, when I did this list, I put Blitzcrank at the 4th place. But I just played a game with him, and me, I dominated. I carried the game. Cause his hook can change the game. That's really darn true. You hook one in, that's his rocket grab. So you hook him in, and he deals really much damage. And like 90% of the time, you will get your AD carry will get a kill. If you see at the bottom right, I got 9 assists and actually got some kills also, but that isn't much important. And my AD carry was Caitlyn, so I hooked him in, and I let the AD carry get the kill. The AD carry right now was Caitlyn. So I mean, I really dominated this game. 21 minutes, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And his mobility is incredible with his W plus boots. I mean, you can just, and when you build tanky, you can just go into W, and you also have boots, of course. It makes you really high speed, so you can hook him. And first off, I like to go to him with my W and with my boots, so I get very high speed. I like to go to him, E him, and then they're probably gonna flash, and then you grab him. So pretty darn nice. And he's tanky with items, but not only with items, because it's passive. If you see at the bottom right again, I bought AP items. They give me AP, but they also gave me armor. So we had a really good armor team, because the Fiora was fed, so I bought armor and some AP, because then you will get tanky, and with your passive, you will get more tanky. So I mean, it's a win-win situation. And hook plus knockup plus silence. I mean, this guy is CC master. His Q is a hook, his E is a knockup, and his ult is a silence. And he's really fun to play, man. I mean, I think it's one of the most fun champs to play. So really fun, man. And it comes to him that if you miss the hook, then they will go aggressive on you, probably kill you, and you won't get the kill. And he's melee, so he can get poked out against like a Nami or Morgana. And rocket grab cost 100 mana. It was buffed because before it cost 120, but still it cost 100 mana and you only have 240. So it's a bit nah. But Blitzcrank really good and really deserve this third place on this list. Let's move on to the second place. It's so close to the first place, cause it's Trish. He's amazing playmaker, cause his kit is amazing. It's like a Blitzcrank, but a better. And Blitzcrank is fun to play and easy to play. Trish is fun to play, but hard to play. So if you want a better challenge and a bit better, then you go with Trish. It's amazing playmaker, cause when he Qs, he can like W, then he goes to him, and then like they go with the lantern. I mean, it's just incredible. So his lantern is also really good at saving teammates. Like if they go all in on your AD carry, you can just give them the lantern, then they take it and they get back safely. And he deals actually decent damage with his ultimate. They got a bit nerfed, but I still think it does pretty darn much damage. And as I said earlier, the more you play him, the better you get. Some cons to him are that it's hard to play, but if you play much, then he will get really darn good. And he gets nerfed all the time, but I don't think he'll get nerfed anymore. So at the first place, we have Zilean. Zilean is really good, and especially at this middle, where assassins are really popular at the mid lane, like Akali, Zed, Fizz, Katarina. Zilean is a counter to all of those. So he has some actually really crazy damage with his Q, because he can Q, then pop the Q, then put another Q, and it does really much damage. And especially against melee champs like Leona, Blitzcrank, or Trish. And his ultimate is really good. That's his bread and butter skill, really, because when you use the ultimate, that's the thing that counters assassins, because he uses the ultimate, the assassins go all in or 80 carry or your top laner or something, and then they just revive again. I mean, that's incredible. It's like a guardian angel, but it's an ultimate, so pretty darn good. And if your teammates will play a lot more aggressive, you will see, and deal more damage, because they know that Zilean is on their team and they can ult them, so they just get revived. Some cons to him though are that if nobody in your team is like strong, then it does nothing. Cause if your team is whole weak, or I mean decent, then you'll get behind. Oh shit. I mean, I was really close. The timer just went 10 minutes, but I will finish it anyways. It was so close, man. And I mean, like I said earlier, if he will get, as a team does nothing, because they will just all in you. Your whole team will die. You maybe ult somebody, but he will just die again because he can't kill him. And he's really mana hungry with his Qs, his speeds and slows. He's really mana hungry. So that has been the best supports in patch 4.18. It's been a top 5. Top out the best. Needs you to like, subscribe, favorite, share it. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I will make sure to answer them all. So I'll see you guys in my next episode.